This is the Chris and Aaron Show with Kristen, Zach, and Aaron Camaro.
All right. Well, you promised us the story. You told the guys on VIP you had some Vinnie Vincent stuff.
All right. So let's get the weird part out first.
Okay. Is everything all right? Is he still coming?
As of now, yes.
Oh, shit.
But I'm worried.
No.
Well, just because I'm worried about his mental state.
Okay.
Randy, who's Vinny's manager, I'm sure you all know who Randy is by now, sends me a Facebook message with a screenshot. And the screenshot is from the KISS FAQ message board.
Uh-huh.
And you know how on message boards you'll have your username and like sometimes they'll assign you like some funny name under your username
Sure.
or like your level of what your job is or what. It's usually snarky.
Okay.
And the mods assign that, and I think it also goes by what your post count is. Like when you break 500 posts, it changes to a different position or whatever, right?
Okay.
So it was a screenshot that Vinny had taken of a post I made, and it wasn't really about the post, but under my name, my job title or whatever was Vinny's Tupperware Party Assistant.
What?
Yeah.
So what does that mean? Where'd that come from?
One of the mods assigned it to me as a joke on the message board.
Yeah.
Probably because I talk about Vinny all the time.
Right.
Probably because I defend him on the dog issue all the time.
Yeah.
So they thought they were being funny, and that they made that like my handle.
Damn, and they thought it was you.
And Randy goes, "Is this you?" And I said, "Well, yeah, that's my profile, but the thing under my handle there is not mine." And I said, "I believe that's something the mods assign on that message board. That's KISS FAQ." And he said, "Okay." And I said, "I've always defended him on the dog thing because it irritates the hell out of me when people crack jokes about it."
Right.
And he said, "Okay, thanks." And then, so then, of course, I send Julian Gill a message right away going, "Hey, can you confirm that a mod did this? Because I'm listed as Vinny's Tupperware Party Assistant on my profile." And Julian goes, "Yeah, it's a mod that we don't have anymore that was making a lot of those in really bad taste at the time." And he said, "I've gone ahead and changed it for you."
Yeah. What are you now?
It says trained by Tommy, which is kind of funny, which is actually kind of a shot at Ace. But so he changed it, and then I was like, okay, I'm going to leave it alone. And then a couple hours ago, Randy messages me again and goes, "You're going to have to remove the comments from that message board." And I said, "Well, what comments? I don't think I've ever said anything negative about Vinny on there." And he goes, "Not your comments, but the nickname." And I said, I already had the owner of the website change it because I explained to him what it was.
Yeah.
And he said, "Oh, okay." And then I said, I had the owner of the website change it, and I even sent him a screenshot of Julian saying why it happened and that he had changed it.
Cool.
And he said, "Okay, thanks." And I said, "We cool?" And he said, "Yep."
All right, good.
And then, of course, I went into Ask Kissy mode. I'm like, just want you guys to know that, he's been nothing but cool to me since Atlanta. I don't want him to be upset because Randy said Vinny was really hurt by it.
Yeah, I suppose, especially if he really thought that it was you being an asshole after what a disappointment.
Yeah, because I've been over backwards for him ever since Atlanta, trying to
had him on the show, had a good time with him and everything, and then made me think, well, this guy's been a fucking dick all along.
To view it from his side, I can see why. He's probably like, "Whoa, I thought Chris was a nice guy. Why is he doing this?" So, and then we should maybe be telling this story on the real show. Just to clear it up for everyone. Do it publicly. No, because I don't want to. This needs to be stick. Okay, and you guys keep it between us.
Well, you guys know
because we know
if
Vinny had taken it public or something, I would have said something. But
yeah.
But anyway, so and then I told Randy, I was like, he has nothing. You guys have nothing to worry about in the months leading up to the expo and during the expo. We're going to treat you guys really good, and all the podcasters mean well. And I was trying to speak for everybody because then there's a whole thing about. I don't think I've talked about this with VIPs. I've told you about how they said that Randy said that Three Sides interviewed Bobby Rock, so they're done. Like as far as getting an interview granted. Yeah. So now Vinny's got issues with people that interview Bobby.
So is this like recent?
Yeah, that was about a week. Yeah, about a week ago, and he had said make sure that no touring Invasion members are at the expo or on your show. And I'm thinking, well, I've had just about all of them on my show. But
yeah, but you can't change the past.
Yeah,
and that was before we were ever in contact with Vinny.
That's what I'm basing a lot of this off of, is because he's the one who looked me in the eye in Atlanta and said, new beginnings, we're going to move on from here. And I'm taking him at his word.
So that's probably why it stung when he saw that handle so much. Because,
maybe.
He thought that...
I'm hoping this is an isolated thing.
Think it.
Yeah, I hope this is all there is to it, but it's just like, God, between...
Well, that ain't so bad. It was just a misunderstanding. No big deal.
All right, well... But you got to admit, kind of like, wow.
Yeah, that does suck, man.
Imagine being in my shoes.
I'm glad I'm not a member of KISS FAQ. Who knows what kind of stupid-ass name they give you? Why can't you pick your own name?
I don't know.
That's stupid.
Well, you pick your own name. It's like it's a subheading, like this is your job.
Well, why can't you choose your own job?
It doesn't let you.
Well, that's stupid. So some guy that just wants to be a dick can give you a stupid fucking handle like that.
Like me.
That you don't even agree with and would never say on your own, but yet you're stuck with it. And this guy's long gone, and his legacy of shittiness lives on.
Well, and Julian said he's looking into changing all the ones that are real bad.
Yeah.
So I was like, please do.
Yeah, and, before it affects somebody else negatively.
Because Julian's a good guy, and he felt bad about it. He's like, I'm wondering if I should apologize now as the owner of the site.
Probably should.
I was like, well,
maybe not as the owner, but it's time to make some changes.
Well, I told him to hold off at first, and then I'm like, well, I don't know, maybe you should. So who the fuck knows? But
go to Julian Gill and tell him we want our own handles. We want to name our own occupations.
But the thing is,
whatever the hell any of that means, I like to go on that page and read everything. Well, see, I don't comment on nothing.
Well, and I read it a lot, but I read it daily pretty much, just because it's a good place to hear what's going on.
Yeah.
But I hardly ever post. I only post about if it's like an episode that I'm real proud of or that's KISS related, I'll put a post up, or expo stuff. So I hadn't really paid attention to what it said under my name because I never really see my profile on there. So when I saw this today, I was like, oh shit, I didn't even know about this.
Wow.
Yeah. So all right, so that's
terrible. I'm glad they didn't call and just text and say, hey man, fuck you. That would have been terrible.
It was feeling like it was going that direction.
Julian Gill will be like, I'm sorry, I'll go buy 10 more guitars. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's like Julian's a great guy. But I'm checking Vinny's Facebook page to make sure I'm still not blocked.
I like Julian.
Nope, still not blocked.
That's good.
And the expo post is still there. So that's the weird news, but do you want the Vinny Vincent news that's kind of cool?
Yeah, I want the cool stuff.
It's kind of cool. And
that's good, man. I thought it was, you had me scared there for a second. I think everything's fine.
I just hope it's not a harbinger of 3 months of being picked apart.
Do you want me to send him a message and be like, I guarantee you that Chris didn't do that on purpose and that happened to him beyond his control?
You'd have to send it to Randy.
I just send it to him on his Facebook or whatever.
Do you know Randy?
I've met him.
I mean, are you friends with him on Facebook?
Yeah.
He's pretty much the conduit. Like, there's you can't message Vinny's page directly. That's up to you.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to, fine, but I don't know, man. I just hope we're not going to deal with 3 months of being picked apart here. Because I can't deal. I got enough to deal with this expo. I can't deal with this.
This was a freak thing, I think.
I hope that's
you didn't know. They didn't know. Nobody knew.
No,
it was just a freak thing.
I was just like, oh, I felt bad because I was like, damn, I didn't mean to upset him, you know.
I bet you felt bad. And if a week before, a day after you met him down in Atlanta, if you'd have known that, you'd have felt bad.
Sure.
Even before that.
Yeah, no, the dog thing I take real seriously, and
because how many times? How many times have you watched me and I watch you do that to different people? Like you talk about Vinny Vincent, that's the first thing they want to say.
I'll stop you in your tracks
because we're here in Middle Tennessee. Yeah, me too. I don't know. Oh, shit. He should have us on when he gets rocking again. He should have us be his PR guys. Maybe Randy should hire us for that. We've been doing this for free for years. It's time for him to put us on payroll.
He's like, yeah, keep doing it for free.
You're doing a great job at your pay rate now.
Yeah. There's no need to change anything. But no, all right. So this is cool, but this is also a little strange too. But at the same time, I don't begrudge him making money. But all right, so yesterday Randy messages me and says, "Do you know anybody who paints guitars?" And I said, "Well, I have a friend that works at Gibson. I'm not sure if he paints, but I'll ask." I'm talking about Billy Hardaway.
Right, yeah.
So I text Billy. I'm like, "Do you ever paint guitars?" He's like, "Sure. Why?" I sent him a screenshot of what Randy said, and he's like, "What's this about?" I said, "No idea. Are you interested?" He said, "Sure. Give him my number."
And I happen to have a whole bunch of fluorescent pink paint right here.
And he. So then this morning, Randy messages me and goes, I tried calling Billy this morning. He didn't answer. So then I text Billy. I'm like, I'm sorry to pester, but Randy said they tried to talk to you this morning.
So this is after?
This is all in conjunction, pretty much.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
okay.
So,
all right.
Well, this morning it was before anything was said to me about the whole screenshot thing. So, I said, well, I'll send him a text, and then Billy's like, I can't do phone calls at work. I'll call him this afternoon. So then, I call Billy and I tell him about this stuff that's going on. He's like, oh, for fuck's sake. He's like, Jesus Christ, man. And he's like, that sucks. And, and then we talk about the guitar thing, and I was like, so, so he talks to Randy. Then I talked to him on the phone, and I was like, so what's going on? He's like, well, we didn't even get down to a price or anything. He said he's got to talk to Vinny about it. But I told him I can do painting on guitars. And I said, okay. And he's like,
did he give him any kind of what he's looking at or what he's looking for?
Let me get to it. And then he goes, well, I had a feeling I knew what the whole story was behind this. Vinny just started advertising signed Jackson guitars on his website.
Okay.
For $1,500. And these are in pink and gold flake, which are his two colors.
Okay, yeah.
But I had a feeling about this because, I follow this stuff pretty deeply, through Vinny fan circles, and it's known that for like $300 you can buy a knockoff Jackson Vinny Vincent guitar.
Yeah.
Or it's really a Rhodes V.
Sure.
For $300 from Indonesia and have it shipped to you. So
probably even better if you get them in bulk.
Yeah. And so I told Billy this. I said, here's what I think. He's going to have you basically respray these cheap guitars, sign them, and then sell them for like 5 times the value. But I don't begrudge him. Let the man make his money.
Yeah, that's a hell of an investment. I wish I could do that.
Most of them being bought are going to be hung on walls anyway. Yeah. They're not really made. I don't think somebody's buying an autographed Vinny Vincent guitar to play it. They're buying it as a collector's item.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
And
It'd be right up on the wall, right
and
up
if
there.
it's worth $1,500 to you, then it's worth it.
Sure, absolutely.
But he was like, well, I was hoping for something a little bit more like a real arrangement here. So then the next thing he knows, I get a text from him, and he goes, I just talked to Vinny Vincent on the phone.
Oh, nice.
So I call him. I'm like, I have to know how this went. And he's all giddy.
Yeah,
he's all fanboying out. He's
nice.
Like, yeah. He's like, I saw Randy's number calling in, and I answered. And then Randy goes, I've got Vinny on the line. And all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, my God, it's Vinny Vincent.
Kick ass.
And he's like, I hope you don't mind if I fanboy out on you a little bit. So then he starts talking about all the times he's seen him live and stuff. And of course, Vinny ate that up with a spoon.
Sure.
And I said, so what's the arrangement? He said they're going to meet next Friday somewhere, and Vinny's going to give him 2 bodies to paint as like a test run.
Right.
And because Billy was like, well, I need at least one to practice on so I can make sure I get it done the way you want. And Vinny's like, that's fine. And Vinny's going to pay him $150 per guitar.
Nice.
And so he's like, I've got a side job for the summer working for Vinny Vincent.
And just like that,
Billy, 24 hours
Billy
time.
Hardaway is a part of history.
Yep.
How you like
He
that?
was all super stoked when I talked to him on the phone.
Wow.
So I was real happy. He was the first person I thought of when Randy messaged me.
Someday, when you're in the Ultimate Kiss trivia contest,
right?
You got a stumper right there.
Yeah, no shit.
Who painted the guitars that Vinny Vincent sold in 2018?
Right.
Who would know that? We would know that.
Yeah. So that's so I'm real happy for Billy. And he was like, he's
super
He's
cool.
like, it's weird though. He's like, I feel like I'm meeting up to do a drug deal in a parking lot or something. Because it's kind of, he's like, I can tell it's kind of like a shady under the table thing. He's like, but fuck it. I'm getting to work for Vinny. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
So yeah,
he put that shit on your resume.
Yeah, so he's got a job painting Vinny's guitar.
That's awesome, man.
But yeah, I didn't hesitate when Randy asked me. I was like, Billy Hardaway. It's got to be Billy.
That's cool. Oh man, that is the fucking coolest, man.
Yeah. I mean,
I hope he gets paid.
Me too. Yeah, I'm gonna tell him that. If you don't get paid, don't come running to me. Mm-hmm. It's not on me. All I did was make the introduction.
At that point, you just go to him and go, look, you don't have to pay me. Just allow me to put it on my resume.
All right. Well, yeah, so interesting, eventful day with Vinny today.
That's super cool.
But, God, I just hate being put through the emotional ringer of that shit.
Yeah,
all
that does
afternoon.
suck terribly,
I was
man.
twisted up in knots over that.
I bet. And it's not even your fault.
No, I had no idea. I was like,
sucks.
dude, I totally wasn't my doing, I promise. But I'm like, God. But then I'm just like, God, I don't want... I hope this is not 3 months of this bullshit that's going to be... Well, in an episode and blah, 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 you said blah, blah. Oh, my God. I can't... Because I can't change what I've said.
Yeah. Somebody sent me a cassette tape. You know what the cassette tape was called? It was called The Interview. He'll flash it to you and be like, I'm out of here.
Yeah. I'll say, well, nice knowing you.
Still worth it. Still worth it.
Well, my conscience is clear at this point because I'm kind of like, I'm being nice and I'm doing all I can, but I do have a limit on this. If if it turns into constant needling over stuff I've said, I'm going to say either come or don't come.
Right.
But let's get it out of the way now.
Yeah, so we can...
Because I can't deal with dragging this out.
No, you can't do it at the last
Plus, I'm
minute.
going to, because if he backs out, I got to refund a bunch of money. So
Yeah.
I need to know if I should expect to do that. And I had texted Randy and said I heard the call with Billy went well. Let me know if you can talk by phone because I wanted to clear the air, but he hasn't responded.
Okay. Well, he's probably a busy
I
guy.
think it's probably okay, but it's just like, fuck, man. Because I kind of want to talk to him because I wanted to say...
I'm so sorry. I didn't know.
Well, that, and also advise him to tell Vinny to stop looking at message boards because it's a bad idea.
Yeah.
He needs to stick to his Facebook
Just people
page.
talking shit.
That's all. That's the internet, dude.
Well,
and
of
like
course.
message
That
boards are
happens
the
to everybody.
message boards and the YouTube comment sections. Those, if you want to lose all faith in humanity, read those.
Yeah.
If you're a famous person,
Right.
Because they rip you a new one all the
That
time.
would suck to be a famous person because you want to read that stuff because you want to see what people are saying about your latest work or the thing you created
and I
or
get-
whatever.
yeah, and
then you get on there and it's just a bunch of fucking
people shitting on you.
dickheads, just talking their shit behind their keyboards. It sucks.
But yeah, because if I get to talk to Randy, I'm gonna say, please tell him to stop looking at those boards because it's a bad idea.
See, I'm glad I'm not like that. Like, I don't do a whole lot of Facebooking compared to most of my friends, and I don't even have Instagram. Jeannie was asking me the other day because we're talking about her doing her Hollywood thing from Glow and coming on the wrestling show, and she asked me, do I do Instagram? And I was like, no, I barely check my Facebook, you know? But, I mean, shit, it's tough nowadays for all that, but I don't know.
Well, I like to say that I have to for the expo and the podcast,
Right.
but I'm
saying-
hopelessly addicted to it.
But what I'm trying to say is that, I'm never moved to say something shitty. If I do type something, it's always something like, yeah, that's fucking awesome, or, that's really cool. If I see something I don't like, I just keep on.
Yeah,
I
and
don't
that
have
way,
time
too.
for that,
I don't
People
do
that
that.
troll, I guess,
No, if it ever becomes not entertainment for me or a source of fun, then what am I doing?
So, like, for example, when Vinnie Vincent did the Atlanta thing and everybody talked shit about how he looked like a woman,
right.
I wouldn't fucking go on there and bag it on and be like, fuck yeah, what's wrong with him, and this and that. Why? Why bother?
Yeah,
I guess my mom taught me if you don't have something nice to say,
Don't say anything at all.
don't even fucking type it.
Just say it in the VIP.
Just say it in VIP. Save it for that.
But and we put these up, and a lot of times you guys don't comment on these. I want comments. I want your thoughts on this whole situation because I don't know. Maybe I'm too close to it all.
Do you think it'll be helpful for me to send that message, or should I just lay low and
Part
see
of me
how
wants to say yes, but then part of me thinks maybe that's needling too
yeah,
much.
see, I don't want to do that either.
But I
don't like to be the businessman. I like to be the fun guy.
I know that.
That's why I don't have Kiss FAQ handles. I just have fun reading the shit.
But I don't know. Part of me wants to tell you to do it, but
Probably just leave it alone.
yeah, I kind of feel bad for Randy because I'm sure he didn't like dealing with that shit.
No, I'm sure not.
Because he's probably like, oh God, I got to deal with this now.
Well, if it escalates any
If it escalates
further,
any more, then I may have you say
all
something.
right, I gladly will.
So I need you in my corner.
Because I know that's bullshit.
I got nothing but the best intentions here. And the last thing I want to do is upset that guy.
Yeah.
But yeah.
We've set too many fucking people straight on the streets about the Vinnie Vincent Tupperware bullshit to have this fall on.
I'm starting to wonder
you.
if God really has a sick sense of humor. Because, like, first off, hey, Vinnie Vincent's coming back after 20 years. What podcast should we have announce it? These dicks who have done nothing but make fun of him.
Well,
Hey, Vinnie Vincent's doing another expo after this one. Who's going to moderate their panel? Those same dicks. At the same time, we don't know if we're going to allow Chris and Aaron at the Atlanta Expo because of negative things said on their show.
yeah. Cream always rises.
I
man.
know, but then I'm like the biggest defender against the animal thing for him. And then today, this happens. And it's like, what the fuck? I can't catch a break.
I don't know. We used to have a moderator named Michael Brandvold, and I guess he quit recently. But he went through and changed a bunch of people's occupations before he went. He probably did it
Nice
under
move.
an assumed name,
Yeah.
and then called attention to them.
He's not smart enough to do that.
Yeah, you're right. That's giving him way too much
I
credit.
don't think Julian would give. Well, I know Julian wouldn't make him a mod because, like, he
Oh,
ended up-
God.
he quit the board because he couldn't deal with people criticizing him.
Yeah, I could see that.
Oh yeah, but he sends minions
Again,
to watch for things said about them. all the time.
It's fun to dish it out.
Yeah, fuck those guys. But so yeah, that's the Vinnie Vincent news.
And didn't I say it back then? Guys like that always find a way to fuck themselves.
Yeah.
You know, since Vinny's been back and he's been out, to have Bobby Rock on the show, it's not a good idea. You know, Bobby Rock's a really cool dude,
Well, I even talked to Bobby on the phone
and he's fun.
and,
you know,
and explained to him, I want to promote your book, but I can't right now, and here's why. And even Bobby was like, "Oh, I understand, man. It's
cool.
okay.
Right on.
You guys are so cool."
Right on.
We never got a book sent to us though, so maybe that changed. But
That's the first thing he wrote down as he's on the phone
Yeah,
with you. He's
fuck
writing
these
that
guys.
down. Don't send Chris and Aaron
right,
books.
that's fine. I gotta watch out for the expo.
Right? Yeah.
But
Sacrifice to make.
oh, and then the other negative announcement, which only VIPs knew about in the start with, was that Marky Ramone will not be coming to the
Oh,
Nashville
yeah,
Rock and
that's
Pod
right.
Expo. He's going to be like in Italy or Belgium or something the day after, so there's no way. And now they're working on.
Can't beat Belgium.
Well, now I'm working on getting Doyle from the Misfits to come.
That'd be pretty cool too, I guess.
Surprisingly, among the podcasters in the planning group, I think he went over better than Marky did.
Really?
Yeah, like a ton of the podcasters are giant Misfits fans.
I mean, I love the Misfits,
So,
but I don't know.
I guess they're kind of
more of a mystique about having the last. He is the last member of the Ramones, right?
I thought about that. No, because Richie's still alive.
Oh,
He was the
yeah.
other drummer, and also CJ.
Oh yeah.
So they're both still around. I thought about inviting CJ. And then somebody
But
was
those guys are all like later years guys.
Yeah. Marky was through the glory years.
Yeah.
But anyway, Doyle would be cool to have. At least visually, it'd be cool to have him there because of his whole get-up and everything.
Yeah. I mean, then we'll have him, and we'll have Head there looking crazy,
And
and
Vinny.
we'll have Vinnie Vincent there looking crazy, and
Toddzilla's coming.
Todzilla will be there, and
Oh, and then
Michael Butler. He looks rock and roll.
He looked weird. I love Michael.
Rock and roll.
But and then also this guy named Drew Fortier, who's now a member of Bang Tango, is
right on.
younger guy. He actually made a Bang Tango documentary that didn't get released a couple of years ago because of licensing stuff.
Yeah.
But it's available online. You can watch it. He's super excited to come and help me out with it, and he's trying to help me get some guests too. I've been talking to him this week. He thinks
Is he from here?
he's from Indiana, but he's coming down on his own dime because
Oh, wow.
he wants to help me with it. He's friends with Tom Hazart too.
So he was a fan of Bang Tango
Yes,
and
made a documentary
about him, and now he's in the band.
Now he's the guitar
Well,
player.
that's pretty damn cool.
Yeah, and he gets it. His heart's in the right place. Like,
So he's hanging out with the band. And Joe Lastay is probably like,
drunk.
man, I really like you,
Yeah.
man. Man, when you're done making this video, you gotta go home and learn how to play guitar.
All right.
Yeah, you learn how to play guitar. And you know what? All you gotta do is learn our songs. You know, just these ones we play.
It's like Joe Lestay's actually in the room. It's crazy.
Yeah, that was pretty good,
Yeah.
huh? I have no idea what Joe Lestay talking sounds
close.
like.
But he
I was
was
trying to do drunk.
but he's trying to get a hold of people to come. Like, do you remember Kick Tracy?
Fuck yeah, I remember Kick Tracy.
He talked to Steven Chereau, and Steven's interested in coming.
Nice.
And,
I like Kick Tracy, man.
yeah.
They had that album, No Rules.
Yeah.
That's badass.
So he might be coming. You know who Marty Casey is?
Casey.
I guess he was in LA Guns for 5 minutes, but he was also he sings for a band called the Love Hammers out of Chicago, and he was also on the Rockstar NXS TV show. He was one of the people trying to.
I think I've heard of the Love Hammers.
Okay, well,
I think
he's in Nashville a lot, and Drew talked to him, and he's excited to come too.
Okay,
and he's going to try to get Marty to get Chips Enough to come with him.
Ah, fuck yeah!
So we might have Chips Enough here.
Fuck yeah!
Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna have Gary Corbett there. Have Chips Enough there. I'm gonna have to fucking buy an ounce the day before.
You're gonna buy a pound with Chips Enough.
Yeah, no shit.
But yeah, so it's
golly,
it's shaping up to
Mike
be
shows
pretty
up,
cool.
where I'll be in trouble.
And yeah, Drew's gonna do like because Drew can't release an actual disc with the Bang Tango movie.
Okay.
Because of licensing issues.
Yeah.
But a way around that, and this is his idea, and I said it was okay. Just for the expo, he's going to get a bunch of printed up Blu-ray cases, like an actual Blu-ray of what you would get if you did buy it with a disc, and then inside it'll have a download code that you can watch it on your computer.
I guess if I was #1 Bang Tango fan.
I said, you can, because he's like, do you care if I do it? And I'm like, no, I don't care.
No, I mean, give
it
a shot.
It's all added value.
Yeah, he might sell one.
If anyone's gonna sell a Blu-ray of a Bang Tango documentary, it's gonna be at my
it up
expo.
and be like, what the fuck?
Wow, you have to tell them before they
Yeah.
buy it. So there's that, and then Mitch Malloy is gonna be announced this week.
That's cool.
Yeah,
he was almost in Van Halen.
Yeah, Jacob Cade, who
He's a real nice guy.
is this 20-year-old guitar player who out of Denver, who Michael produced, is he's coming, working on the after party show and hit where he and his band will possibly play it. I have to have a conference call about who's paying for what.
I was almost wondering, talking about Ryan and Jeannie. You know, Jeannie's coming down because she was Hollywood on the Glow Girls back in the day. She's coming down to that wrestling show that you and I are going to, and she might even get to do a little something.
Oh, really?
We're working on that.
Cool.
But, you know, her gimmick on Glow was like she was the hard rock chick. You know, her and her tag team partner, if I remember right, they were like the Sunset Strip girls.
Right.
I wonder if she would draw.
Is she going to be here, or is she going with
I don't
Ryan to
know.
Australia?
She's all over the place. Like, I talked to her the other day, and she was in the airport in Dallas heading to Oregon.
Yeah.
You know, so she's all over the place.
I just
So
didn't know
don't
if she was going to go with the band to Australia to play with Gene.
Unless she's got some other dates set up or something.
Ask
She
her.
might.
I don't care. I'll announce anybody as a guest. I don't care. It's all fun to me. I mean,
Because being that she was, you know, not that you're bringing her in because she was a actress on the wrestling show, but that she was the rock chick.
The Glow fits in with that whole era of a lot of the
Yeah.
people that are going to be there, so it makes sense. Why not?
Put a picture of her in her old hard rock gear on
there's
there.
no rules. Yeah. I mean, I'm the guy running it, so
I bet you a lot of the podcasters would have a lot of fun talking to her.
Oh,
too.
totally.
Yeah.
When I told Joey Haney from Strikes 10, like when we were talking about the Gene Simmons band, and I was like, well, you know who Ryan's girlfriend is, right? And he's like, no. And I'm like, you're a wrestling fan, right? He's like, yeah. I was like, Hollywood from Glow. He's like, get the fuck out of here. I was like, yeah, because like, well, when we went over to their house, you were more starstruck by her than you were by him.
I was just, you know, here's what I'll say about going over to Casa del Cook.
Yeah.
Hanging out over there is one of my favorite things in the world, especially when Ryan and Jeannie are both around.
All right.
So I can sit down with you guys in one room and sit and talk about rock and roll, until I, you know, get tired of that, and I get up, I walk in the other room, and Jeannie will make me a drink, and then it's talk wrestling. And then, you know, then you end up going, then you wander back in the other room, and guess what's going on in here? Rock and roll. And then you get back up and you wander back into the other room, guess what's going on in here? Wrestling. You know, so it's the best of both worlds for me. I love hanging out over there because every room you go into, there's an awesome conversation going on.
You should be their adopted son.
I'm telling you.
The coolest mom and dad.
Mom and dad, you guys are the awesomest.
Well, yeah, ask her.
Ryan Cook be like, they'd both be like, we are too fucking young to be your parents.
Oh man. So, yeah.
Man.
But yeah, that's where things are now, and you know we're Still hoping to get Angel for the pre-party show, but who knows? They have to get another gig. But
They still haven't found nothing in Atlanta?
not yet.
Ah.
They're looking in Kentucky too.
Yeah?
But
What about that place up in Clarksville?
the warehouse.
Yeah.
It's pretty close to Nashville, though. That's not going to be. That's kind of.
As long as it's the next day after.
Yeah, but it's still gonna. People that would have gone to one will not go to the other. I don't. It's too
Not
close.
necessarily. How many shows have you been to at the warehouse?
Not many.
I haven't been to any. Clarksville's too fucking far to drive.
Yeah, but you remember the whole Sebastian Bach thing?
We got to see him here in Nashville.
Yeah. Everybody else did too, because
Yeah.
he showed up at Clarksville the next night, and I had one friend that was there. Sebastian runs out on stage and goes, "Holy shit! There's nobody here!"
Yeah.
Like, he actually said that into the mic.
Yeah.
Like, that's how poorly it was. But I mean, I could ask him, but I don't know. I don't think the warehouse is the type that's going to pay a $3,000 guarantee.
Probably
to
not.
Angel.
Maybe if it was Aerosmith.
Maybe.
Probably not Angel.
But
They
I
could
don't
scrape
know.
it up for Steven and Joe.
Anthony sent me the Tora contract today, so
Right
we'll be
on.
getting that worked out probably over the weekend.
Fucking A, man. Even if it's just Tora, it'll be
Well,
badass.
I'm thinking if we don't get Angel, I'm not going to look into booking another out-of-town band. I think I'm just going to do like a Rockin' Pod residency thing
Yeah.
and have people that are going to be guests at the expo do a cover set and rotate it, kind of like a
You're
rare
going to
Air
have
show.
to let somebody else handle that for you, though.
Yeah, I'm
like
gonna,
maybe go Tyson.
well, Mangus.
Mangus, yeah.
Tyson's going to be playing with Vixen out of town that
Oh,
weekend.
right on. Mangus perfect, though.
But Mangus, I would pay him for it. I would let
Yeah.
him be the band leader and him round up the musicians. And I already asked Paul Taylor, and he said he would do it. Christopher Williams
Maybe
will
we
do
can get
it.
up and do a song.
Oh, that's a bad idea.
That'd be fun.
I'll let you do that.
We are the world. We'll make BJ Cramp happy after all.
God. Okay, when it's closing
That
time and
poor
we got to
guy.
empty the place, we'll start that.
I'm so fucking glad that I never did do it, because I was actually talking about doing it, that whole stupid We Are the World thing.
I didn't fucking do it.
Do you remember when he put that out
Yes.
there, though? I saw that and I was like, that's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not going to do it. And then I'm thinking, well, fuck, everybody else is going to do it. If I don't do it, I'm going to look like an asshole. And so I told the wife, you know,
You were about to record it?
I have to go listen to We Are the World. And she's like, what? I was like, do you remember that song? And she's like, no. I said, me neither. I mean, I do, but I don't. I don't even remember how it goes or who's in it or anything. I remember the
Michael
metal
Jackson.
version.
Oh, that's We're Stars.
Yeah, Michael Jackson. I can pretty much guess. Michael Jackson,
Lionel
Richie, Cyndi Lauper, Bruce Springsteen. I'm sure David Bowie was probably there.
so.
Elton John was definitely in that shit back then. Prince was probably there. God, jeez.
I would have done We're Stars. I think that would have been fun.
that was the one with Rob Halford and stuff,
Yeah,
right?
and Ronnie James Dio was
Yeah.
the leader of it, and Greg, Jeff Tate's on there.
Yeah.
And then there's like 5 different guitar solos on, George
That's
Lynch,
awesome.
Jakey Lee, and all, But it would have been funny if it was all just a big elaborate prank on you, and it was all to get you to record a whole
Just get me to
version
do
of
it, and then he
put it out.
releases it with no background music,
Just you.
just me fucking singing a cappella style. Oh, I'd beat it.
I wish I was gonna. I wish I
Oh.
had thought of that. That would have been great.
Come to the Rockin' Pod Expo.
Get your ass
It's
kicked.
Aaron Camaro versus BJ Kahuna in the main event at the end of the night. Parking lot brawl. Anything goes. BJ Kahuna, you gonna die
You could start
for
doing.
what you done to me.
You could do wrestling promos for
Except
it.
it'd be a real fucking fight in the parking lot. I'd be respectful and wait till it was over. But I'd sit there and fucking stare at him the whole time. So,
Oh
man.
I wish I'd thought of that.
we are the world, BJ Kahuna. But your children will never see you again.
We may be the world, but your ass is grass.
Yeah. That'd have been pretty awesome. I'm glad that didn't go down that way.
Although he does have a version of Lee McCormick singing the whole thing apparently in Bruce
Yeah?
Springsteen voice. You got to release that.
There you go. At least put the background music to it, though. Don't do it that way. That's even funny, like when they do it with David Lee Roth. Like, remember we used to have that thing as a bumper on the show? Hey, ow.
Right.
But him singing the song without the music in the background is fucking crazy.
Oh yeah, the Running with the Devil
Yeah.
audio track.
It's badass, but it's crazy.
I haven't played that commercial on the show in a long time.
Yeah.
Man. So that's interesting VIP this week.
Yeah. We're going to see Poison and Cheap Trick.
Yeah.
Is your wife going too?
Yeah.
Nice.
So, and my daughter's going to Washington, D.C. that morning, so
Yeah.
it'll be a date night for us. And
Right on.
I'm picking up the tickets on Sunday, and I'll be going by the record show at Nashville Palace and dropping off a pair of tickets for Omid. He's the one. He's the one who turned me on to the whole idea of getting the tickets, and dropping off some of the promo postcards for the expo there.
Cool. So we'll get to sit with Omid too, or we're right in the same area?
Yeah, it's probably just grass seats. But yeah, it's
yeah.
a girl that's with a promotions company. Apparently, the show isn't selling dick. So
Really?
yeah, because she was like, "How many tickets do you want?"
Oh
I
wow.
was like, "How about 7?" Okay.
Oh
I
wow.
was like, okay, cool. So I could probably get more when I get there, even if I wanted to.
Huh.
Yeah.
Have our own little Tuesday night party.
But I'm going to be a little late getting there too because I forgot it's the end of the month for my job, so I agreed to work a little late. I'd said 7, but I'm not going to work till 7. I'll probably work till like 6 or 6:30.
Yeah, I think Jamie's trying to get out of there at 6 that day too. I get done at 5, so I can get back here and get cleaned up.
Pop Evil, and then Cheap Trick, and then Poison.
Okay, cool.
I at least want to get there in time for Cheap Trick.
Yeah, for sure. I've never gotten to see Cheap Trick.
Me neither.
Wow.
It'll be my first time.
We almost seen him at the Crawfish Boil that one year, but he got rained out.
I can't
and
believe
they
you
wouldn't
live in
play.
Wisconsin. You haven't seen him.
Exactly. I know that's
They probably
crazy.
played there like
But
twice a year.
Again, that's the difference between growing up in Merrill versus growing up in Milwaukee.
Right.
You know, if you're not in Milwaukee or near Milwaukee, forget it. You know, you're going to be traveling. You might as well go to St. Paul,
That's true.
or Green Bay. Even a lot of times they don't even come up to Green Bay.
Yeah.
Last time I
and-
saw Poison was in Green Bay, but that was many years ago, and that was one of the most kick-ass shows I ever seen in my life because they didn't fuck around with none of the ballads. Like, they were there just to fucking rock that day. That was when Bret Michaels came out and did the quick medley of all the fucking sweet love ballads and then said fuck the acoustic, and then everybody came back out and they just fucking jammed like songs that I didn't expect them to play.
I think it's a pretty standard set list on this tour.
Yeah, I can imagine. So it's going to be awesome to see them all playing together again.
Yeah. And also, I confirmed it today. Monday, we are going out to interview Eric Brittingham.
Nice. Where are we meeting them at?
Out in Hendersonville, probably at a Starbucks.
All right.
About 4 o'clock.
Okay, sounds good.
That work?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. I've been chasing this one down for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just...
For a guy that lives in Nashville.
I know.
But he's always gone.
It's weird that the people that live here are harder to get than the people that don't.
Well, the ones that are working.
Yeah. But I'm wanting to kind of corner him on doing the expo when we're there.
Right on.
So I'm hoping we accomplish 2 things.
You looked really good in that Decibel Geek T-shirt. I'm certain you must have clearly got laid that night that you wore that. I mean, that's what happens.
But
I feel like you kind of owe us one.
But we're going to do just a general chit-chat to kind of an opening interview, and then after that, obviously, hope to do like maybe a long cold winter albums unleashed or
that'd be badass.
Or night songs or
shit. We could even do 6 songs with him. That'd be pretty badass too. You know, to see where his influences come from.
Oh, and I got to get back to Ralph about setting up a recording day with him.
I'm really looking forward to that.
Never had Ralph Fierro.
I can't believe. You know, I read that and I was like, fuck, I can't believe I never even thought of that.
Well, he brings it up on the show regularly.
I know. He always says he wants to come on.
Yeah, Ian, you've been on the show like 4 times, and guess how many times I've been on the show? None. And I love their show. He praises us a lot. He's really into Decibel Geek right now.
Nice. I'm glad Ian turned him onto it.
Yeah, he loves our year in review shows, especially right now.
Yeah, we're kind of due for another one of those, aren't we? Well, no, because we got Christmas in July coming up.
Yeah.
Suggestions, anyone?
That's a good question.
There's a good comment for this one. Please help us with some suggestions.
It has to be people that Vinny
What
Vincent
haven't
like.
we done? You know, we'll be doing part 7 of things.
I'll figure it out. We'll see.
It just sucks sometimes because, like, you think, okay, maybe we could do another volume of Kiss Demolicious, but then it's like, what's left that we haven't played? Because then also, if we say got to do something like that, we have to go back and listen to the ones we done before so that we can remember what the hell we did the times before. That's extra
I thought
work.
about, and I don't know, I want to see, I'll make another run at Vinny Pontio, but I don't think it's going to happen. But
that'd be fucking awesome.
The producers obviously would be nice to have, but at the very least, look in liner notes and look for engineers that worked on Kiss records, because there might be some good stories there even.
Okay.
Like maybe even, and like, odder Kiss albums, like the Asylum or something like that.
I was just listening to some Asylum the other day, and you know what? It's pretty fucking good.
It's a great album.
It's pretty fucking good. It's the one that usually catches the most shit.
Oh, I love it.
And I think at one point, if you would have asked me what was my least favorite Kiss album, I'd say Asylum. But I don't think
it's
so.
all because of the cover hate.
I think it's
Musically, it's the closest they sound to the 70s, in my opinion, during the period of the 80s.
They were pretty 80s up around.
Well, they were,
time,
but
though.
like there's riffs there that sound like the 70s.
Yeah. There's. I mean, it's a
Eric
pretty
Carr's
great
drumming
album.
is the difference.
Fuck yeah.
But if you had Peter playing drums on those songs, they'd sound very 70s.
Yeah.
So a lot of the riffs on there, not all of them, but like Trial by Fire. That's a 70s Kiss riff. Secretly Cruel.
You might be right about the cover thing, though.
The cover slants everyone's view on it.
If you were to put on like a poll of the worst Kiss covers,
it's a bad one.
Asylum would have to be number one.
It's not a good cover. I know some people like it. I never have. I think it looks terrible.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll figure that out.
Suggestions, please.
Yeah, send us suggestions. We got another month to get through.
Yeah,
but,
it's tough though when it comes around this time of year after doing this.
Maybe
for
we should see if
7
one of our
years.
$100 people that we owe a show to wants to do a Kiss themed episode.
That'd be awesome.
Kill two birds with one stone.
Yeah. Get two birds stoned at the same time.
All right. And on that note.